we go. We're live. We are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Nick from Australia YouTube channel. Hope you guys are all doing well on this Wednesday night. Welcome to another stream. Didn't do any streams last night. Thought I'd have the night off. So, if you guys haven't checked out my NRL Round 6 tips live stream, make sure you do. It's just on 1,200 views at the moment, so it's actually been a very good week with NRL tipping, with the views and whatnot. So, very, very happy with that. Hello to the live chat. We have a crowd here, which is very good to see. Well, yeah, guys, my week's been pretty good. I've enjoyed my week. It's been good. Looking forward to the weekend, obviously. Heading to Parramatta on Saturday for the Eels versus Cowboys game. I'll be down there in Sydney. Should be a bloody good weekend, actually. Looking forward to it. If you're wondering why I've got this South stuff in the background, well, I'm at my mum and dad's house, so not much I can do about my mum. She's a South supporter, and I can't help the background, guys, so not much I can do there, but gee whiz, we have a nice crowd. We're here to do some, just talking some footy and do a bit of a Q&A sort of thing, so I appreciate everyone's time for coming on here tonight. Hey, CJ, I'll see you there, and I'll see you there, Luke, wherever you are watching. Hello to the chat. We got Josh, Hosea, Rishi, Jason, Para24, Michael, everyone that's watching, SS Storm fan. Hope you're all doing good. Cheers, Michael. Appreciate it. All right, let's get to some questions here. So I can't put it up on the screen because I am doing this off my phone, but I'll try to get to them as best I can. First question. Okay, Hosea. Sup, Nick? I have two questions. Question one. What are your thoughts on the Josh Schuster situation? Yeah, so Josh Schuster, Manly are releasing him. They're going to let him go. Look, I said 2 years ago that I don't think Josh Schuster is all that special. I think he's one of those players where he's young, he's got a very high ceiling, very talented, but if he thinks the game's going to be good by just showing up, he's got another thing coming. And look, he hasn't lived up to the expectations of him, and he's not worth the contract that he's currently on. So some Manly fans will be happy about it, some will be upset about it. I think Josh Schuster, for him to save his career, he needs to go to a club like Melbourne or Penrith or the Roosters or a big name club, or maybe go to the Super League for 1 year and come back. But I can't say I'm surprised about Josh Schuster. And the second one, thoughts on the rumour of Slater maybe having Walsh and Ponga on the field with one of them playing out of position. Yeah, I saw that today. If Kalen Ponga thinks he's going to play 5'8", if Munster's out, he's dreaming. You got two good 5'8s there in waiting. In Tom Dearden, who's already played one Origin game and was nearly player of the game. And you've got Ezra Mann, who's a freak. So, yeah. All right, I'll scroll down and I'm just going to answer questions here. There's so many to get through. If I miss your question, I do apologise. I'll try and get back to it, but there's a lot of them here, so I can't guarantee you I'll answer your question, but I'll do my best. Who should be the next Souths coach if Demetrio gets sacked? I'm going to say they may go get Michael Maguire. I know he's coaching New South Wales, but that's only a 1 year thing. Maybe they'll go after Madge. But who knows, man. I heard Mount Meninga's name get thrown up today, so we'll see. But I reckon Madge would be a good reunion, so we'll see. What team has surprised you in 2024 so far? You know what? The Raiders. I thought Canberra would come last. I thought they'd struggle. I just want to take this time right now to apologise to all the Canberra supporters out there. I had them for the wooden spoon, and I've got that completely wrong. Raiders for me, most surprising so far. Didn't see it coming. Hey, shout out to the King in the live chat. Hello, King. Hope you're well, brother. Yeah, I know it's a shame that you're not coming this weekend. Looking forward to the the Bear King Cup, the next edition of it. It's going to be very, very good. All right, what other questions we got here? Question for the pair. Can you explain what's going on with Parramatta and when Moses comes back and they play finals? Yeah, so I think Parramatta's problem is they don't have any depth at halfback. I mean, yeah, you can play Assi there. You can play that Talangi kid there with Brown and all this, but there's no depth-wise structured halfback. Like, you look at all the top teams, right? They've all got depth at halfback. Like, Penrith forgot Brad Schneider. And if they had to, they could put Luai 7 and Peachy or Laurie at 6, and that'd still look really strong. Brisbane have got... Jock Madden's not the greatest halfback, but he seems to go okay with Mam and Walsh carrying the team. Melbourne seem to be okay when they lose Munster or Hughes. They still seem to be okay with wherever it's Wishart that comes in. All these top sides have got depth in the halves, and I think that's one thing Parramatta didn't do in the off-season. They didn't go to market because they're developing kids like Talangi and Ethan Sanders. So Parramatta probably need to go get a backup halfback and just go from there. I reckon, you know what I reckon? This might sound a bit wild. I reckon Matt Frawley would have been the perfect depth halfback. You bring Frawley off the bench, you know, some weeks you can play him at jersey 14, you can play with dummy half here and there. But Matt Frawley is a really solid backup halfback. And I found at the Raiders last year when Jack Whiten would play centre and when he was out injured and whatever, Frawley come in and did a very good job. So maybe Parramatta should invest in Matt Frawley just for depth, or maybe bring him off the bench and whatnot. So yeah, maybe that. Matt Frawley's a good depth, man. But yeah, they need to work it out, Parramatta. Lucas, do you think Cowboys can compete for the premiership this year? Well, I think we can, but I think the main problem at the moment is defence. That seems to be the number one ingredient that's missing at the Cowboys. I mean, we're playing good footy, man. We're 4 wins, 1 loss. We've won 2 games in Townsville. We've won 2 games outside of Townsville at Suncorp and Cogra. This is our 2nd game in Sydney for the year. And we're there again next week against Cronulla. So we got back-to-back games in Sydney now. And look, with the Cowboys, the game against Newcastle, we looked like crap and we still scored 21 points. The game against the Gold Coast on the weekend, we didn't look the greatest, but we still scored 35 points. So Cowboys' attack doesn't seem to be a problem. The problem is just our defence. We're letting in probably a few too many tries. If we get our defence right, absolutely, there's no reason why we can't compete. We got the players, we got the quality, and we got about 7 or 6 Origin players, a few internationals. A lot of them have finals experience. Absolutely no reason why we can't compete if we get our defence right, man. So we'll see what happens. Do you think New South Wales will be competitive in State of Origin? I do. I think we can win Origin against Queensland, but I think it's going to be a very close series. At the moment, I can't call it. What's been the game of the year so far? Oh, wow. Good question. There's been a couple of bangers, man. Parramatta and Manly a few weeks ago, where I was at Combank, was a great game. You got, what else is there? Melbourne-Brisbane on the weekend was a banger last weekend. Warriors and Storm in Melbourne was a cracker. So, yeah, there's been a few bangers, man. Probably them ones at the moment. Michael Driver with the $7.99 super chat. Shout out to Michael. Really appreciate it, bro. He said, it was my birthday yesterday, Nick. I turned 35 years old. Hey, Michael. Thank you very much for the $8 super chat. Happy birthday for yesterday. And all the best to your Manly Seagulls on the weekend against the Warriors. Hello, Daniel Bate. Hope you're well, brother. If Cowboys get back to 2022 defense, Cowboys can do some things. 100%. 100%. Do I still think the Dominic Young send-off was harsh? Yeah. Yeah. I've watched it 100 times, I swear. And the more I watch it, the more I think sin bin, not send-off. The Tigers and Dragons make the 8. No. No. Dragons are one of the hardest teams to get a read on at the moment. I can't work out what they're going to do. Like, you look at the Dragons, win round 1 by heaps, lose round 2 by heaps, lose round 3 after leading by 14, win round 4 at home, then they lose last week in the wet. So, win, loss, loss, win, loss. Can't read them. Tigers, I can't read them either. Tigers are hard to read. That Tigers-Dragons game on the weekend is probably the most 50-50 game of the whole round. I think Dragons will beat the Tigers, but absolutely zero confidence. What has gone wrong with the Titans this year, Nick? Well, I think it's just the lack of quality in their team. They don't have the superstars to compete. Like, they've got a lot of solid players that, you know, are 6, 7 out of 10, but they haven't got enough star power, bro. Like, Tino's their best 40. He's out for the rest of the year. Fafita's hit and miss. With the money Fafita's on, he's not playing at that price range. Fodawaker's a good front row, but he's off his game at the moment. Bo Fillmore back from an ACL. He's still finding his feet. Cleese Haas is a good young kid. Jolliffe is hit and miss. Isaac Liu's not the player he was 4 years ago. You know, the halves, Foran's old man. Tanner Boyd's average. Brian Kelly, who I rate, has been down on confidence. Khan Pereira's been up and down. Brimson's not a centre. Campbell's still finding his feet from injury. It's a mixture of all things at the Titans. They will win a game eventually. They're not going to be 0-24. That's not going to happen. They'll win a game eventually. I just don't know when it will happen. Could be this weekend. Could be Magic Round. That could be their first win, Magic Round. So who the hell knows, bro? Who knows? It's just a mixture of all things at the Titans. Nothing's working. The Chad Townsend sin bin on the weekend, based off the NRL judiciary not suspending him or any of that, he shouldn't have been sin binned. Hey, Nick, do you think the Melbourne Storm are a good chance of making the grand final? You know, Melbourne at the start of the year were one of those teams where I said, you know what? They'll finish top 4, but I don't see them as a premiership contender. I think I was wrong. Ever since they moved Trent Liero to lock, the Melbourne Storm forward pack seemed to have gotten a lot more cleaner, and things are looking a lot more smooth, and the structure of everything seems to be a lot better. Josh King at the front row is a lot better as well. I must say this. This might be a big call. In my opinion, after the first 5 rounds, Trent Liero is the most underrated player in the entire NRL. That might be a big call to some, but if you watch Melbourne Storm games, you watch the work that Trent Liero does in the middle, he has been outstanding. So, and I believe he's a Queenslander. I'm not saying he'll play Origin, but if he keeps playing like this, he'll definitely be a chance. Because Queensland have got a few middles out now with injury. So, massive rap to Trent Liero, man. He, in my opinion, is the most underrated player in the NRL right now. He's killing it. Who's your best 3 players so far this year? Okay, in no particular order, I'd throw Dylan Edwards in there. Edwards has been on fire. I'd throw Ruben Cotter in there. He's been outstanding. And the other one I would throw in there would probably be... I can't go past wow. It's a good question. Good question. Dylan Edwards, Ruben Cotter, another player I would throw in there. You know what? I'm just going to say the Melbourne Storm forward pack. Because I was so critical of the Melbourne Storm forward pack last year. And the way they were absolutely bashed in the middle in the finals last year by Brisbane. It just got past the Roosters. Yeah, Wade Egan's another one you could probably throw in there. Wade Egan's been fucking awesome. Yeah, I'll go Wade Egan, I think. He's been outstanding for the Warriors. Yeah, Egan, Edwards, Cotter. I'd go with them three. They've been great. But yeah, the Melbourne Storm forward pack, man, in the finals last year, they were destroyed. Brisbane bashed them to death in the middle, and they just got past the Roosters. And then Penrith destroyed them in that prelim down at a Core Stadium. So, Melbourne Storm forward pack has definitely done their job so far this year. Souths have been the most disappointing team for me. They've been shocking. Them and the Gold Coast. I thought the Gold Coast would be around 11th or 12th this season. They'd be lucky to finish 14th the way the Titans are playing. If the final series was in a month, the Titans would be my wooden spoon pick. Like, that's shocking at the moment. Titans for me would be a wooden spoon if the comp ended in 3 or 4 weeks. I don't know where they. I don't know when the Titans are going to win a game. I really don't know. Souths look terrible too. Do I think Wade again will push for a Blues jersey? When you look at the New South Wales hookers, obviously Damien Cook's out of form. He won't be there. Robertson's going good, but I think Coruscant is probably the one they would go with. And I think Egan's probably the second option. Then you got Robertson and Brayley behind them. So I'll take Egan's probably the second man. But Coruscant's the one that'll be picked. If Coruscant's injured, then I'd probably go Wade Egan, to be honest. More questions up here that I've missed that I'll try and get to. Love your knowledge of the game and players. Cheers, Hosea. Really appreciate it, bro. Appreciate your support. Thoughts on Zach Labart out for the season, bro. Devastating. But, you know, Zach Labart will rehab. He'll come back. He'll be a better player next year. But it gives an opportunity to someone else now to step up, whether that's Tom Chester. Hopefully it works out for him. If not, then you got Valame, you got Villia. There's plenty of guys coming through. Could Warriors win the comp this year? Bliss Slater thinks they can. Yeah, why not? Why the hell not? Tuivasa-Sheck could be the missing piece that they need to win it. But if the Warriors are going to win the comp, they're going to do it this year because Fanua Blake not being there next year, it's going to make it very hard for them. So they have to do it this year. If the Warriors want to win the comp, they got to do it this year. What do we got here? Would you have Teddy or Edwards for your New South Wales team? I'd have them both in there, bro. I'd have Tedesco, the fullback, and I think Edwards would make a good 14. And you're probably thinking, Edwards at 14, where's he going to play? You bring Dylan Edwards off the bench, you play him through the middle at lock. He is going to do a fine job, man. He'll get your meters, he'll run hard, he'll rip and tear. Defensively, you might want to move him out wide so he can defend out there, but Edwards as a jersey 14 would not be a bad choice. If New South Wales are picking Gufferson as a 14 last year, Dylan Edwards would be just as good, I reckon. Damien Cook got dropped. Would you have dropped him? Look, if you're going to drop Damien Cook, just put him on the goddamn bench. I think it's ridiculous that they dropped Cook. Egan deserves an opportunity. He's been amazing for our Wires. 100% he deserves an opportunity, but the only problem I have with it, Mel, is Coruscant is probably in front of him, just. But hey, if they wanted to go Egan over Coruscant, I ain't going to complain because Egan is killing it. I like the way he's playing. Did I say the Castleford-Salford game? Yeah, let's not talk about that, Daniel. I did. I got up early. Game kicked off at 6 a.m. Went into the lounge room, turned it on. We were going pretty well for a while there, and then we had a sin bin, and then Nofaluma played terrible, and yeah, it just wasn't a good game. But yeah, full credit to Castleford. They were better than us on the night. Salford are still going good, but disappointing result there last week. Great shout there. He's a big body as well. They say similar to Whiten. Yeah, Whiten's obviously a bigger body and a bigger build, but Edwards will do a job. Edwards will do a job, man, if they go with him. Would you attend a State of Origin game? I've never have. Honestly, I can tell you guys right now, I have never, ever gone to a single Origin game. I would like to, but the problem with Origin is the tickets are $190. That is the minimum of ticket prices. $190. So we'll see how we go. I'd like to. I'll try to. We'll see how we go, guys. We'll see how we go. Suncorp's the closest for me. It's only 2 hours. 2 hours and 20 minutes. Suncorp. So, see how we go. I could just drive to the Gold Coast and get the fucking train, to be honest. Probably be easier. Driving to Brisbane is just a pain in the ass. Especially during the day, like when it's peak hour traffic. Like, gee whiz. I'll tell you this. If you're going to go to Brisbane, and you're going to drive to Brisbane, for God's sakes, you got to beat the the morning traffic there. It's chaos of a morning. I'd be leaving at leave at 5 a.m, bro. Get up there by 7:30 and yeah, just go to a fucking cafe and enjoy the morning, to be honest. Or go walk around the city. Hey, Riley, hope you're well, mate. Hope you're going well. Should Harry Grant be the Queensland hooker? Yeah, 100%. But then Queensland have got a problem too. Who do you pick at 14? Kalen Ponga or Ben Hunt? Because I think Reece Walsh will be the fullback. I think he will be. And then you got to think about the backs. Like, you're going to have Cobbo, Val, Hammer, maybe Xavier Coates. Fit them all in. Kalen's not going to be playing in the halves. You got Munster and Ches, and then you got to think about the backups. You got Dearden, Mam, Sam Walker's probably the halfback after Cherry Evans. Kalen Ponga might have to play 14. Worst game of the year so far. Oh Jesus, that's a tough question. That's a tough question. There's been some stinkers. There has been some absolute stinkers. That Bulldogs Titans game was up there. That was a shit. It was a 32-0. It was a horrible game to watch. What else has there been over? What else has been bad? Dragons versus Dolphins was pretty bad. 38-0. There's been some shockers. Did you say Munster says he's playing at 70-80% this year? Yeah, well, if Munster doesn't play, I mean, you got Dearden who can come straight in. You got Ezra Mam. Queensland will be fine even if Munster doesn't play for me. What's your favourite stadium you've been to? Okay. So, overall, rugby league stadiums, Suncorp will be the best, just because of the atmosphere, and when it's packed, it's bloody amazing. So, Suncorp would be my number one. My favourite ground in Sydney, probably torn between Allianz and Combank. We got a troll in the chat. See you later. Get out. Yeah, look, I gotta go. Suncorp as the best, and favourite ground in Sydney is either Allianz or Combank. I can't split them. Can't split them, man. Hard one to call. Give me favourite NRL show or podcast. Oh God. Favourite NRL podcast. You know what? I'd say the Levels podcast, man. Justin Horro, Willie Mason. Great podcast, man. Great podcast. Oh, really? See ya, mate. Just going to kick out this idiot. One moment. Yeah. Bye-bye. Gee, we got some trolls in the chat, don't we? Absolutely hilarious. Yeah, some people got no life, do they? That's all good. I'll just kick them. Just kick them out. That's all you gotta do. Such good takes on the Level podcast. Oh, it's fucking awesome, bro. It's fucking awesome, bro. Very good podcast. Hey, John. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're fucking well. Hope you're going well over there in the UK, John. Hang on, I'll answer your question in a minute. I'm just in the process of kicking some people out because we got a couple haters. Do I love and appreciate Gus Gould? 100% I do. I think Gus Gould has got the best rugby league takes, man. I know he's old school. We got another one. Oh, you want to talk about... Yeah, okay, buddy. Enjoy Dickhead's channel. See you later. Get the fuck out of here. Challenge Cup on the weekend. I'll be watching. I hope they're all on TV because I'll be in Sydney for the weekend. I'll answer your question, John. Let me get to it. Apologies about that. Just a couple dickheads, man. Had to kick out there. Yeah, asked me to buy V-Bucks. Fucking Jesus Christ. What a stupid fucking question. What's your pick for the top 6 in the Super League so far? 7 rounds in. Yeah, so I think it's pretty easy with some of it. Saints, Wigan, Catalan will be there. Warrington will be there. Leeds. And I reckon Salford. I reckon we can get in there. I think Lee have been disappointing. Whole KR. Oh, I've gone off Whole KR a little bit. I really have. I think Leeds will be there over them. So we'll see what happens. But just quickly, if you guys new to the channel, don't forget to like the stream and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to donate to the channel like Michael did, then make sure to don't. Oh, hang on a minute. What a fucking idiot. So if you're new around here, guys, don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to donate to the channel, you can use the super chat, which is available there. And I believe PayPal's available and PayID is also available. So if you want to donate to the channel, you can do that. What games are you looking forward to at Magic Round? Well, obviously, Cowboys and Souths, obviously. But another one that I'm looking forward to, I think Panthers and Warriors will be a banger, man. If the Warriors keep the form up and the Panthers keep going the way they are, man, that'll be a cracker. Moses will be back for the Eels by then, so Storm Eels should be a good game. Some bloody Broncos Manly always ends up being a shit game, but there's potential this year for that to be a lot better. So we'll see. There's some good games at Magic Round. Do I hate the Dally M system? I do. How did, what's his name for Canberra? How did Dylan Brown get a point for that game on the weekend where they got beat like 43-4, whatever the score was? Ridiculous. What NRL teams would you have go to Vegas? I would have Penrith, Melbourne, Warriors. And the other team I'd have is the Raiders. So Penrith, because best team in the last 3 years, and I think they deserve a chance to showcase their class. Melbourne, just because Melbourne's a one town area, and I think they would go well over there. The Warriors, I think a lot of people would get behind the Up the Waz and the Warriors New Zealand movement. And then the Raiders, I just think Canberra, with the whole, the Las Vegas Raiders, the Canberra Raiders in Vegas, that could be their team. So I'd go with that, man. Raiders, Warriors, Storm, Panthers. That's what I would do. It sounds like a good lineup. You could have the Panthers versus. Actually, no. All right, let me work this out. You could have the Storm versus the Panthers, and the Raiders versus the Warriors. That'd be great. I think that would be really good. All right, a few more questions, guys, and we're going to wrap things up here. It's been good, man. Been really good. If you make sure you guys press the thumbs up button as well, would really appreciate that. Press the like button, thumbs up. Do Sharks make the 8? Oh, Cronulla are probably about where I thought they would be at this stage. Can't beat the good sides, but I mean they did beat the Warriors, so that's a good thing. But lost to the Tigers. Hard to read the former Cronulla, man. Hard to read. Beat the Bulldogs, but they weren't convincing. Lost to the Tigers. Just beat the Warriors from a comeback. Yeah, hard to read the form of the Sharks, to be honest. Hard to read the form. Do you reckon Latrell needs to fix his behaviour? Yeah. 100%. Needs to just get his discipline in order, man. Do I hate the NRL judiciary system? Yeah. It's terrible, bro. If there's one thing that they need to fix up, it's that. Can Dolphins make the finals? They can, but they won't. They won't. I don't think the Dolphins have enough quality to stay where they are. They're going good, and good luck to them. Wish them nothing but the best as a brand new franchise. But they keep getting injuries like they are now. They're going to fall off a cliff. Last year, they started really well, 3-0. They got a bunch of injuries, and they were screwed. They haven't got superstar players that can, get them to grind out a season. So, we'll see. Hello from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Hey, shout out to the USA Rugby League fans watching us. Appreciate it. Prediction on the Wars. At the start of the year, I thought the Warriors would fall. I actually had them missing the 8. And it was such a stupid prediction. And I regret it. Sorry, guys. We just got another loser trying to just ruin the stream of trolling. I'm not going to have this shit happening, man. I'm just going to kick him. Remove that. Bye-bye. Yeah, we're not having trolls in here. Cheers. I appreciate you for subscribing, Glitch. Pretty sure that's how you pronounce it from here. Yeah, the Warriors. Look, I said the Warriors would miss the 8 at the start of the year. And, I thought they would drop. I must admit, a bit like the Camera's prediction, man. I do apologise about that, about the Warriors. I was wrong about them, man. I was wrong about the Warriors. I thought they would fall, but they're looking good, man. The Warriors, for me, definitely for me, will finish top 6, but genuine top 4 contender. But we'll see what happens. All right, guys, that's going to be where the stream ends. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for watching. Like I told you guys at the start, I am heading to Sydney on Friday. I will be going to Eagles versus Cowboys at CommBank Stadium on Saturday night, which is going to be a good time. Hopefully the Cowboys can get it done and go 5-1 to start the year. Yeah, cheers, Hosea, bro. I'll get that. I'll set it up for you, bro. Hosea, I'll make you a mod, bro. I'll make you a mod. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your night, everyone. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Thumbs up if you want to donate to the channel. Then there are options there. You can PayPal, you can Super Chat, you can Pay ID, all that stuff. I find it funny how they still come in late, even though the stream's just about over. Ridiculous, eh? Don't worry about the trolls. Fuck them. Fuck them. Anyway, have a good night, everyone. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night for the Thursday night football review between Newcastle and the Roosters. I'm going to enjoy my weekend. You guys enjoy yours. See you guys tomorrow for the Knights Roosters review. Until then.